Hi guys, let's do another English practice. Today the article's name is Workers Save $1 million lottery ticket from trash. It was posted August 7th, 2026, the level advanced. Some vocabularies: instant, happening immediately; realize, to understand, affect your situation, sometimes suddenly; miracle, an event that cannot be explained and is therefore believed to be caused by a god, spirit; a remarkable and positive event or change in a situation. Trace, to find or discover by investigating; specialist, having expert knowledge in or focusing only on a particular subject, field; stub, the part of a ticket, receipt, or other document that is kept as a record after the main part is removed or used. Okay, so let's move on to the reading. What would you do if you threw away a lottery ticket only to discover later that it had won over $1 million? That's what happened to a woman in southern Italy. The woman whose identity hasn't been made public always played the same lottery numbers because they reminded her of someone important to her. She recently bought an instant win lottery ticket, which lets buyers find out immediately whether they've won a prize, instead of having to wait for a scheduled draw. She then visited a local shop to check whether she had won anything. When the shop's machine displayed non-payable, she thought she hadn't won anything. However, that message had appeared because small shops can only pay out smaller prizes, not because she hadn't won. When the woman returned home, however, a family member realized those numbers had won the €1 million jackpot, just over $1.1 million. They quickly went back to the shop, but it was already too late. The ticket had been thrown away and the trash had already been collected. Hoping for a miracle, the woman contacted the local waste management company, which agreed to help. Workers traced the route taken by the garbage truck and managed to find the correct vehicle. The truck was then taken to a specialist company where the search for the ticket could be carried out safely. The search went on for more than a day. Workers looked through piles of trash, finding many lottery tickets before finally locating the winning ticket stub, which has somehow still in one piece. The search wasn't free, however. Before the operation, the woman had to agree to cover all costs, otherwise, this would have been paid by taxpayers since the company is a public agency. The company didn't share how much the operation cost, but for the woman who walked away with over $1 million, it was probably worth every penny. Okay, so let's move on to the discussion. What are your thoughts on this story? I don't know, is a specific story about a woman, but maybe it showed to us that it's important to we check very well the stuff. Have you ever lost something valuable? Did you get it back? No, I've never lost something valuable that I can remember. Have you ever accidentally thrown away something important? I don't think so. I don't remember about something like that. Do you ever play the lottery? Have you won anything? No, I've never played in the lottery. For me, is a waste of time. I know that it has one possibility, but it's so hard, and I don't know. I've never played in the lottery. What would you do if you found out you'd won $1 million? If you were $1 million, I would retire myself, sure, because the dollar in my country, that is Brazil, worth much more. So yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the further discussion. Who are the luckiest people you know? I know I've never knew someone that won a lottery, but I think lucky for me is more related with the life, the health, and not just the money. Yeah, I think the money can be gained with effort. Yeah. What is the luckiest thing that ever happened to you? Once I bought a ticket to help someone, and I won a beer tower, and it was a great thing. Yeah. Do you think money can buy happiness? I don't think so. I I think that it is essential for us to live a comfortable life, but yeah, it's not. But it's not means happiness. Yeah. How much money do you think you'd need to be content? I would say a quantity that would sustain uh, I and my family with the profitability. I think it would be enough. Yeah. Do you think there's such a thing as having too much money? I think a good health is much better than much money. Yeah. Okay, we have finished that lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.